How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the Positive Mindset Podcast, where we work together to raise our vibration, lift our perspective, and build a positive mindset. My name is Henry, and in this episode, we're going to talk about how to become excited about your life. If you are feeling down, if you are feeling negative, and just don't have that excitement for each and every day, then this is going to be the episode for you, because we're going to talk about how you can shift into a positive mindset and really find the good in your experience and create more of it. But before we get started, we're going to take a few moments to slow down, zero in. We're going to take some deep, healing, meditative breaths to help us align on the frequency that we want in our lives. So you can pick a word. It can be love, joy, happiness, abundance, whatever frequency you want. And we're going to take a deep breath in. And as you're breathing in, you're going to say that word over and over and over again. Really charge yourself up with that energy. And then as you're holding your breath, visualize yourself doing something in that frequency. And then once you exhale, anything that no longer resonates with you will leave you and you'll be in a more positive state. So let's go ahead and take a deep breath in. And out. All right, well, we're going to do another deep breath. This one is about alignment, about getting ourselves in receiving mode so that we can receive the message that we need to hear today to get us in that positive perspective. So just imagine that you are surrounded by the most healing, uplifting energy that's meant specifically for you. It could have a certain color, a certain taste, a certain smell, however you imagine it. And when you breathe it in, it's going to charge you up. It's going to break down the negativity, the blocks, the weight, everything that's just been holding you back. And then once you exhale, anything that no longer resonates with you will leave you and you'll be in a more positive state. So let's go ahead and take another deep breath in. And out. So to understand this message, this is like the epitome of what a positive mindset is. If this makes sense, then it'll make sense on why you want to build that positive mindset. See, what a positive mindset is, it's really about perspective. When you have a positive mind, it just means you have high perspective. You see things from the highest angle. And everything that we do, all the work, all the self-improvement that we're doing, raising that frequency is really raising our energy so that we can see everything. And I start that off with this because when life is tough, the one thought that seems to come into most people's mind, at least in my experience, is why me? And this is going to sound like a continuation from yesterday's episode, and that's because it kind of is. But the why me is one of the most dangerous things that we can think of. Because truly there's one word that's missing from that sentence. And it's why not me? You see, you are an amazing being. Like really think about it. Think about how amazing you are. And maybe you're the only one that knows it at this point. But you know deep down that something should be different. Now think about all the people that are going around this world. There's billions of people. And how many people you see each and every day that are just existing. Maybe they're happy, maybe they're sad, but they're just going through the motions. They're not thinking about, at least as far as we know, how can I be better? How can I create change? How can I uplift the world? You see, if you're hurting right now, if you're struggling, that is your higher self telling you it's time to make a change. You know that you're not supposed to exist in the current state. So many other people are not even aware that they have the opportunity and the power to change. And even if you're at the most beginning spot of that, if you start thinking, why not me? It starts giving you the power, because if it's why me, then that's saying, I don't have power. I'm a victim of circumstance. But you see, you are a creator. When we think about like what we're made from, energy is creation. All of this exists because it was created. The air, this experience, the earth, the words we're using, the way we live life, it was all created. So if we are made an image of creation, then we must be creators too. And so our goal is to control our power so that we can create the energy that is needed in the world. And so if the sentence is, why not you? That means you do have the power to be a creator of positive change, because it is why not you. You're listening right now to something to change your mindset. And this probably isn't the first thing you've tuned into. And if it is, welcome to the rise. Welcome to the frequency change that we are all working together. And if you can just get that sentence in your head, why not me? It gives you the power. So every time you're upset about something, every time you get cut off in traffic, you're running late, your boss is mean to you, a family member does something that's terrible, start thinking, why not me? And when you say, why not me? You have to then think, it's because you were the one that's supposed to bring the positive change. You are the one that has the gift to make the world a better place. And so it has to be you. Nobody else is going to create what you can create. Your unique experience gives you a unique opportunity to create something so amazing that it could change the world. Somebody out there is learning, is growing, is going through some real adversity, and on the other end of it, they're going to make something so amazing. It might be something that the whole world experiences, or it could be something that uplifts their community. There is no comparison. One is not better than the other. Because the goal is to raise your vibration. So the person that creates something that affects the entire world, if their energy increased and they raised their frequency and they're operating from that love frequency, then that's good. That's growth for them. The external result does not matter, because they will have inner peace. If they've truly raised their frequency, they will have inner peace despite what is going on around them. And the same is for you. If you can develop inner peace despite what is going on around you, that is the most powerful gift you can give. That is the mission for you and for all of us. So let's think, why not me? Why not you? Why shouldn't you be the one that's going to break the generational curses in your family? You see how your parents were. You see how their grandparents were, and you don't want to create that for your kids or future generations. You want to be the change. You raised your hand and said, I'm coming to Earth. I am going to have this experience. I'm going to go through this adversity that everyone else is struggling with, and I am going to create light. It changes our focus when we start thinking, and it's going to take time, but when we start thinking every day is an opportunity for us to understand other people's pain, to understand hurt separate from us, to separate ourselves from our ego, not thinking about how does this affect me, but think about how does this give me the opportunity to understand something and I can raise my vibration. Think about this. Think about your neck going longer and longer and longer. The higher your head goes, the more you see, and the less you're going to be worried about you, because you're going to see the entirety of everything. I was flying on a plane recently, and we were flying from Houston, and that's a huge city, and I was leaving at night, and I was seeing all the lights, and I was thinking about all the people down there living their lives, just trying to have a positive experience, trying to do good and feel good. And it really inspired me. You know, one of the things I don't love doing is flying. I'm someone that hates flying. I do it a lot, but I don't enjoy it. And so I'm up there thinking about all these people and how I'm on this plane and I'm able to travel. I have to be okay with being on planes and traveling because I want to help people, because it's not about me. In fact, the worst things that I can go through, even though I don't want to, the worst things that I can go through and bring my positive energy to, bring my ability to find the love to, the more important that is, the more valuable that is. And the truth is, for you, the fire that you can go through once you've raised your vibration and help be the example, it's not about healing people in that situation. It's about being the example. Because when you're the example, the people that are watching have the opportunity to learn. Just like it is for you, everything is an opportunity. Whether they do it or not is up to them. So let's change our mindset. Let's build that positive reinforcement. Let's raise our frequency and understand that it is why not you. Your hand is raised, whether you realize it right now. It is your time to shine. Every day, start waking up trying to be the best you, trying to forgive in every situation, try to have love in every situation, try to be at peace in every situation. And you can go to work and be a fireman. You can go to work and be a CPA. You can go to school and be a student. You can do all of those things because it's not about what you do, it's who you are while you're doing it. And you're not trying to be a better person for external results. You're trying to be a better person for higher frequency that you can give to the world. That's what will create the inner peace. When you are right within, your world is right externally. It's not because the world gets better. It's not because people become nicer. It's because you have mastered the art of seeing high frequency. We see what we are. If you see all the negative in the world, if you see the bad stuff, if you see the hurt, if you see the pain, and that's what you're resonating with, then that's what's within you. But when you start seeing all the good, even when it's so hard to see, even when it's the smallest margin, you still see the good, then that's what you're vibrating in. And you'll fight for it and you'll expand it. And everywhere you'll go, you'll find that silver lining and expand it for every single person. So it's time to accept that it's why not you. It's supposed to be you. It's supposed to be me. And let's raise our frequency. Let's be the highest versions of ourselves. Give the healing, give the love, and be the rising tide that lifts all ships. Well, thank you so much for listening. I hope this episode was impactful and got you to remember the value of you and how important your experience here is on this earth. If you want to make sure you don't miss a single episode, make sure you subscribe to my email list. There's a link down below. It will keep you up to date with every single episode. And if you want to support this podcast, consider joining my Patreon. I just launched it. It's going to have commercial-free episodes. Plus, I'm going to do some positive mindset meditations on there. There's going to be lives. There's a lot of really cool stuff that's going to be coming to that. So if you want to support the channel, the link is right down below. Thank you so much for doing that. And of course, if you want to follow me on social media, there's my Instagram and TikTok down below. Instagram is the best place for direct messages. So thank you so much for that. Well, thank you so much for listening. Have a great day. And I can't wait to talk to you next time.